Welcome back to EuroHub and welcome to the series of lectures in rockets and missile. In the previous lecture, we discussed about staging and the importance of staging in rocket design. And in this lecture, we will start liquid rocket propulsion, and this is the introduction part. And basically, we have two types of propulsion. First one is called air breathing propulsion. Second one is called non-air breathing propulsion. In air breathing propulsion, that is majorly used in aircraft. We suck the air into the gas turbine engine, then this air is combusted along with the fuel and the thrust is produced. In the case of non-air breathing engine, we have separate oxidizer and fuel. Okay, so we are basically discussing about non-air breathing engine in this course. One of the important term which will be used throughout this course is propellant. Okay, so propellants are nothing but these are the combination of oxidizer and fuel, and there are different types of propellant. First one is called solid propellant, second one is called liquid propellant, third one is called the hybrid, and the final one is called hypergolic propellant. We will discuss all these type of propellant rockets, and we have other types of propellants also. I am not going deep into that. We will discuss only these four types of propellant rockets. Okay, now we will discuss a basic construction of liquid rocket propulsion system, and this is the basic construction. We will see each part. This one is called propellant tank. These two tanks are called propellant tank. So this one may be storing the fuel and other tank will be storing the oxidizers. Second part is called feed lines. This part is called the feed lines. Okay, second part is called the feed lines, and the feed lines will feed the injector of the thrust chamber. This entire part is called thrust chamber. Okay, the main function of the feed lines are basically to carry the oxidizer and fuel which is in a state of liquid form to the thrust chamber. Okay, for that we need something called turbo pumps. Okay, you can see here this one is one turbo pump and this one is the second turbo pump. Okay, these two turbo pump will pump the fuel as well as oxidizer at a particular mass flow rate to the thrust chamber. I repeat, the turbo pumps will pump the fuel as well as oxidizer at a particular mass flow rate to the thrust chamber, especially the injector of the thrust of the system. Okay, so you can see here this part of the rocket is called the injectors. Okay, injectors are mainly used to meter the propellant flow to the combustion chamber. Okay, they convert this liquid form of fuel as well as the oxidizer into tiny droplets, or it is called atomization. Okay, I repeat, injectors will convert the liquid into tiny droplets and it is also called atomization. Okay, and the next part is called the combustion chamber. You are basically aware that in combustion chamber there will be combustion of the fuel as well as the oxidizer. Okay, what happens here means at the injector this particular fuel and oxidizer will convert into droplets, and at the combustion chamber these two become vapor. Okay, these two become liquid vapor, and the liquid vapors of oxidizers and fuel will react and it will be getting burnt. Okay, this is happening in the combustion chamber. And finally, the final part of the rocket is called the nozzle. In the nozzle, the gases will be getting expanded and high jet velocities are produced at the exit of the nozzle. I repeat, at the nozzle, the gases will be getting expanded and high velocity jet is produced at the exit of the nozzle. And the combination of combustion chamber and nozzle is called thrust chamber. Okay, this is the basic construction of liquid propulsion system, and there are different ways through which a fuel and oxidizer should be carried to the feed lines. We will discuss that in the next lecture. Thank you for listening. Take care.